I never thought I'd be sharing this story, and yet here I am. Life doesn't always knock before it wrecks everything. Sometimes you're just left staring at the wreckage. One moment you believe everything is solid and safe. The next, you're standing amidst the remains of what used to be love. My name's Andrew. I was married to Carla for 6 years. Our relationship wasn't flawless, but felt genuine, or so I believed. I had faith in us, in her. I poured every bit of myself into building a life together. When she decided to return to nursing school, I backed her without hesitation. I helped her erase her student debt, lifted her up emotionally, covered the bills, everything a partner should do. I even paused my own career growth just to help her chase her ambition. A month back, Carla told me she was heading to Miami for a girls' getaway, catching up with old college friends. Beaches, pampering, drinks, laughter. Just that, she said, flashing a warm smile. I didn't question it. Why would I? We weren't one of those couples who checked phones or demanded constant updates. We trusted each other. Or maybe I just trusted her too much. I dropped her off at the airport, kissed her, told her to make the most of it. She smiled and said she'd miss me. That was a lie, because she never really did. The first warning sign came the second day. I texted her that morning. Nothing. Sent another one that evening. Still nothing. Tried to call. Straight to voicemail. Hours later, a message came through. Sorry, babe. Phone died. We were out all day. I stared at those words, my stomach turning. Something didn't sit right. It was small, but undeniable. A whisper in my chest I couldn't brush off. The next day, the truth crashed in like a wave. My friend Marcus messaged me. Bro, is this Carla? Attached was a screenshot of an Instagram story. I opened it and everything froze. There she was, Carla, tipsy, laughing, dancing, but not with friends. No, she was grinding on some guy's lap at a beach bar in South Beach. His hand rested on her waist like it belonged there. She looked weightless, happier than I'd seen her in months. And then came the next clip. They kissed. Not a friendly kiss. It was deep, passionate, intimate, and it broke something inside me. I didn't scream, didn't cry, just stared, my world collapsing in silence. But in that silence, something clicked. I didn't confront her right away. I needed more than vague suspicions and screenshots. So I contacted my cousin Jeremy, a tech wizard, told him I needed access to our shared iCloud. He got me in, and what I saw lit me on fire. Dozens of flirty messages, emojis, secret plans, beach selfies, bed photos. His name was Damien, a bartender she met her first night in Miami. From that moment, every word from her had been a lie. I saved it all, screenshots, chat logs, every bit of evidence. And I began prepare. When she came back from Miami, I met her at the airport with a bouquet in hand and a smile on my face. I asked how it went. She beamed, said it was perfect, so relaxing. That night, she fell asleep next to me, peaceful, unaware. Meanwhile, I stared at the ceiling, buried beneath the weight of betrayal. It crushed me. 2 days later, I told her I'd planned something special, dinner at her favorite place. Her face lit up. She adored surprises. Always had. We arrived at a private room, dimly lit and cozy. She stepped inside, expecting wine and roses. Instead, she found truth. On the table were printed photos, screenshots. Her affair lay bare. In the center, one handwritten note from me. You didn't just betray me. You destroyed us. She froze. Color drained from her face. Her hands trembled. Her eyes filled. Andrew, I can explain, she whispered. I stared at this woman I had once built my future around and replied, calm as ever, no, you chose this. Explain it to your friends. Then I stood up and walked out. She chased me into the parking lot, sobbing, pleading. Please don't do this. Let's talk. But there was nothing left to say. She had already burned the bridge. I wasn't about to step into the smoke. What she didn't know, I'd already spoken to a lawyer. My finances were moved. Locks changed. Her access revoked. She hadn't just cheated. She'd checked out of our life long before I did. That night, she lost more than a husband. She lost a man who saw forever in her eyes. A man who rooted harder for her dreams than she ever did. Revenge didn't come loud. No shouting. No fireworks. Just paperwork. Silence. Unread messages. Cold detachment. The kind of closure that feels like ice settling in your chest. As for me, I'm healing. I'm not bitter, just better, wiser. I've learned to trust that quiet voice inside. The one I used to ignore when it whispered, "This isn't right." I won't ignore it again. Because the loudest truths, they aren't spoken. They're felt